right, welcome to another episode of Music Musings. I'm your host, Derek. With me is Pat. How are you, Pat?
I'm good. The sunshine is out. I'm excited. The snowbanks are disappearing yet again. Never thought I'd say that, but it's starting to look up. I'm starting to look up.
There's some hope.
There's hope.
Birds are singing. It is light out past 5 o'clock now.
Yeah, that's different. I'm ready for that. Please. Yeah.
You know? Yesterday was a little bit of a tease, but that's fine.
Yep, it was very warm. We almost considered not having a jacket. It was really nice out.
Yeah, I mean, I went out and I wore the lighter coat for the first time, which is great.
Oof.
So, yeah, I'm excited for this. This weather needs to stay. I think we have like 2 more weeks, they're saying, of like, lower temps, but we're getting there. The light at the end of the tunnel is there. I can see it.
That's good. I need it. And with spring, we know everybody's going to be outside, so and listening and blasting all kinds of music.
I know. Can't wait to hear what everybody's blasting. So with that, let's jump into what have you been listening to this past week, I guess.
Okay. All right. You want to pass it to me? So obviously, I feel about the Neighborhood album that recently released. And I've been listening to that a few more days. And as well as going back to Linkin Park, for some reason, I've been listening to their first Hybrid Theory, Points of Authority, a few other tracks. I don't know why. I just wanted nostalgia this week. But
okay.
And then the other day, the album that we were always talking about, which we're going to talk about further in the episode. I'll give my opinion on that later. Bruno Mars, The Romantic. I've been listening to a few of those tracks. I think the main one I've been probably hitting repeat on is, I think, Cha Cha and Risk It All. Yeah, Risk It All. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, we're going to get to that today, which is interesting.
Yeah.
I've been listening to a lot of Charlie Puth, that album Voice Notes, which I think is his best album he's ever put out. Just a real good collection of, good songwriting and catchy lyrics, catchy music. It's just a really good feel-good album. I think I said this before, but, Charlie, you need to be, just be single again. It's fine.
Oh, my, that's funny.
No, I'm kidding. So I've been listening to a lot of that. I've been listening to Arizona, the band. They're just great to put on for, a long drive or something.
Chill vibes.
I don't know. Yeah, it's chill vibes music. With that, also Tame Impala. Been listening to that.
Yes.
And then, of course, who we're talking about today. Bruno Mars, The Romantic.
The Romantic.
Let's get into that. Today's topic, which I'm excited about. We are doing our first artist spotlight, and we're gonna go with Bruno Mars. And recently he came out with a new album, The Romantic. If you haven't heard it yet or listened to it, it is now on all your streaming services, Apple, Spotify. And we're going to talk a little bit about who Bruno Mars is, how he came up, his career, his breakout, and what he's currently doing. And then give our own thoughts of Bruno, and we'll talk a little bit about his newest album. And, at the end, want to hear what you have to think as well. Very excited to talk about that.
Please.
So let's jump in. We'll start. Or I'll start off with, who he is, where he came from, his family, his background, and just jump into his career. So, let's talk about who he is. So, Peter Gene Hernandez, that's his full legal name. Born October 8th, 1985, in Honolulu, Hawaii, which, if you've never been there, beautiful. I was lucky to go there for my honeymoon. Absolutely beautiful. And he actually got his stage name, or his nickname, Bruno, from his father, because his father believed he resembled a professional wrestler whose first name was Bruno. So if you're wondering where Bruno came from, that's where it's from. So interesting. And his father was from Brooklyn, and his mother immigrated from the Philippines. So interesting. I'm not sure how they actually met and how that happened, because I'm sure they met probably in the U.S., but not quite sure how they actually got together. And something interesting I didn't know, his family is quite large. He has 5 siblings.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And I'll just say, the first names, you have Jamie, Tiara, Tahiti, Presley, and Eric. And most of his siblings play some kind of musical instrument. And have some kind of musical ability.
So it's like it's in their culture, it's in their home for certain.
Yeah.
I love it.
Because interesting enough, his parents. Oh, here we go. See, this is why I have to, So
go for it.
I do know how his parents met. So they actually met while performing. His mother was a hula dancer, and his father was a percussionist.
Interesting.
So very musical family. He grew up, Bruno, listening to all kinds of music, rock and roll, reggae, hip hop, R&B. So I think when he was early, a lot of his influences, of course, came from his parents and the music that they listened to. And I think his siblings, it's a lot of the same, obviously, same household. So it's a very musically talented family that he came from. But of course, there was some hardship there. His parents did get divorced when he was 12. And his father's business failed. And he did experience homelessness for a while, living in a car, on rooftops, even in which I didn't know, he lived in a zoo for a while. Like he was moving all over the place. And when he was younger, he was bullied at school. So it was not the easiest time for him kind of coming up. But interestingly enough, he got his first break. And I do remember seeing YouTube videos of this, and maybe we'll post something or on our socials. Because there's a YouTube video out there where he was a Elvis impersonator. And
really?
When he was little, he did perform with his family's band, which were called the Love Notes. And he started at age 4, which is
insane,
incredible. And he was singing, and he could sing at 4 years old. But he became famous and known, especially in Hawaii where he lived, for his, impressions or impersonations of Elvis. And he would actually perform, and he performed at the 1990 Aloha Bowl, and actually appeared in one of the tabloids from Hawaii, which for a kid who's 4 or 5 years old, that's incredible.
Impressive. Yeah.
So, from the start, he was on stage.
Right.
Basically. He kind of was born to
be a
literally just performer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, that's wild. I don't know.
That is
I've never
amazing.
heard of that.
Neither have I. And it does help when your whole family is a musical family where the vibes is consistent, especially if you said his dad was a percussionist, his mother was a hula hoop dancer, so that rhythm is common to him to some degree. And I think that's really cool that, it kind of just obviously just translates to him, and it seems and his siblings, which is amazing that that it will lead to, I guess you can call him a prodigy in a way. Would you say?
Yeah.
Would you? Yeah, I would say. Yeah.
Oh yeah. What were you doing when you were 4 years old? 'Cause
I don't know. Watching Arthur on PBS. I don't know.
Wow, Arthur. Okay, I like
Sorry,
that.
that was my class. That was my go-to.
Wow. I was
was
gonna
you?
go with like Franklin or
Franklin?
the Reading Rainbow. You know.
Oh my! I'm sorry, you unlocked a personal memory of mine. Well, moving on. God, I missed.
But
that.
yeah, I
All
mean,
right.
4 or 5. Singing
Yeah, performing.
Elvis. Like, come on.
He's ready to be the king. I don't know.
Oh, I see what you did there. I like it.
Yeah. See? Sorry.
No, I mean it's just again, and all the hardship he had to go through at that young age, and still was able to make something of himself. It's a lot more than just his parents, of course, giving him this ability and being in that kind of environment. I'm sure where he was hearing music every time and his parents were performing, but I think it also says a lot to his character at that such a young age to persevere over all these hardships that he had to go through. It's really incredible for his own character of who he is.
Right. It is.
So, from there, his high school, he performed with a group that he created called the Schoolboys. And they focused a lot on impersonating Michael Jackson. And at the time, they were making money because they would charge $75 per show, which at that time, I mean,
that's amazing.
Pretty good money, especially they would be performed like every weekend or throughout the week. You're doing 2 to 3 shows.
Yeah.
You're making some serious money as a high school kid.
Yeah, that is pretty impressive.
So again, it just shows he knew also what he wanted to do.
Right.
From the beginning. Like, I'm not going to do anything else. I'm just going to be a performer.
Yeah.
And yeah, look where he is now. I mean, incredible.
Yeah. And the fact that, like, I wanted to know if he impersonated Michael Jackson, the question is, did he do the moonwalk? That's the question I have in my mind. I just want to know. I'm sure he did, but
I think he's done it.
In performance?
I don't think he does it a lot though.
Okay.
Because I know he really respects all of these artists that he impersonates. So I'm pretty sure there's a boundary where he doesn't do maybe like signature moves just out of respect.
That's fair. And you know what? And I respect that he respects the icons before him. I like that.
Yeah. So I guess we'll start to get into where he would get a little bit bigger. Like he's moving up now. So 2004, he moves to LA. And this is where like the financial reality hits. He's not signed yet. He is getting some noticing, but he doesn't have money wise, he doesn't have money yet. To the point where when he first moved out there, his phone was shut off. He was losing DJ gigs because he didn't know how to DJ. So he was out there trying to make money, do it any way he could. And DJing was a way to make money, but he didn't know how to actually do that. So
gotcha.
He wasn't making money doing that. But eventually he did get signed with Motown Records in 2004, like towards the end. But unfortunately, the deal didn't go anywhere until in 2005, early 2005, he did get a landmark deal with this guy. His name is Steve Lindsay, who is a producer, distributor, big songwriter as well, who actually took Bruno under his wing and mentored him for about 5 years to show him how to actually really write, hit pop songs. Which, thinking about it, it's like, that is important because here's somebody who has a lot of talent, but he had nobody there to kind of hone his craft.
Right.
So he had all this raw ability, but no one to show him how to use it properly.
Right.
Until he met with Steve Lindsay, who really showed him how to do that. So he developed a production team with him, also with some other big producers, Philip Lawrence, Ari Levine. And it took 3 years for Atlantic Records to actually officially sign him, which was in 2009, because they did believe that he needed time to actually develop. So he wasn't there yet. But there was an interest, and they just wanted to wait and see, what would happen. And I guess eventually in 2009, he got to the point where they were like, okay, like you're developed in us, I guess, and we're going to sign you now. Mm-hmm. So that's where we start to get now of his breakout, which would be the album or the groups he worked with, Doo-Wops and the Hooligans, in 2010. With his debut album featuring that hit, Just the Way You Are,
of course.
Grenade, and the Lazy song, which all are like monster hits.
Yep.
Like if you look on Spotify, they each, I think Just the Way You Are has over now like 1 billion plays or streams or something, which is crazy. And this is before streaming. So I'm sure the numbers. So it's before streaming. It sold 15.5 million copies worldwide, that album itself.
Oof. Gosh. Yeah. And Just the Way You Are is sitting at right now 3 billion, more than 3 billion streams. That's amazing. And it's even though this is before streaming, like you said, like Spotify Music didn't get to the structure they are right now. But before that, those numbers would be, I don't even know if you could put a number on that. I think he would be like, I think it would have been double than what it was because it was everywhere for years. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I remember when that first came out, because I was like, who's Bruno Mars?
Yeah.
And then I heard Just the Way You Are because they played that all the time on the radio. But then I heard Grenade because that song you get to hear his like vocal ability more, I would say, in that song. And I was like, okay, like this guy's no joke. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I mean that's his debut album, and that it did that well, like immediately. Yeah. So that's not always, a thing that happens. Even with talented artists, like their first album sometimes can flop, and it's usually sometimes their sophomore album, their second album will do a lot better. But incredible. He also was talented with just the people he worked with, in collaborations. He featured at the time, B.O.B. was big. Travis McCoy. And then, of course, we get to like Silk Sonic era where he's working with, Anderson .Paak. He knows talent himself and knows who to work with for his own sound. Yeah. And that in itself, I think, is a skill to just know who else is out there.
Right. I think it's amazing because the funny thing is my first song I've heard from him was Grenade, then Just the Way You Are. And then I heard him like featuring with like so many different artists at the time. You're talking about Lil Wayne, talking about Wiz Khalifa, talking about B.O.B. I think that's pronounced B.O.B. And he's like, they'll have him on the chorus or the hook, and he'll just like, to me, he stole the show. And this is like early 2010s. I was like, yo, who is this guy? Like when you hear him on, there's a song, I was actually listening to it the other day, Mirrors by Lil Wayne with Bruno Mars singing the chorus. Like you hear it and you could feel the power. And this is like early 2010s. And I'm like, who is this guy? This guy is like, I was like, this guy, he's got the voice. I need to follow his career. And then that's when I started to like really, really listening to some of his music. And you're right. Like when, certain songs, like when you hear his vocal range, it's so powerful and magnetic. It's just, it's amazing.
No, it's his voice when he first debuted was already honed and he knew how to use his voice. Like he was a seasoned vet by the time he got there. Which again is not always something that's true. A lot of these new artists, their first album is like them kind of practicing.
Good
But
point.
he came to the plate and he was ready to go. Like he was ready.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was something that's very unique about him is his talent was already well honed, and he knew what he needed to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then of course we get into 2016, 24 Karat, Magic Error, which that album itself was crazy. I mean, every song on there is a hit, but you had 24 Karat Magic, That's What I Like, Finesse, and that album itself won album, record, and song of the year at the 2018, Grammys. So if you want a masterclass of how to write an album, there you go.
That's it. There we go.
Just listen to that and then do that.
I think That's What I Like was such a record that was 2016. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You couldn't go anywhere without hearing it. And it was so infectious. Like you just had that groove and the rhythm. You just started just dancing with it. And it was infectious. So you're right. He was already a seasoned vet, and now it was displaying his true artistry. I like that.
And I think I like that album because he's, his first album that came out, I think he was still kind of exploring, what is my sound going to be, right? Mm-hmm. But we get into that 24 Karat album era, 2016. He found it. Like he knew what his sound was going to be. It's got a lot of, funk. It's got a lot of R&B mix in there. It's, but that's where he's at. That's where his talent lies.
Right.
Because then, of course, we get into 2021 with his collaboration with Anderson .Paak with Silk Sonic. And I mean, it's swept the 2022 Grammys again. Like he won everything with that album. But I mean, again, you want another masterclass in how to write an album. Listen to that. That every song on there is perfect. Like
I can't disagree. I cannot disagree. That album, the music, the production, the chemistry, it feels, you're right, from start to finish, an absolute just a roller coaster of fun, in my opinion. Like I listen to it and immediately I feel the joyfulness. Like I said, Leave the Door Open is a wonderful track. Smoking Out the Window is a great. It's so much like love letter to R&B, soul, funk, like the 70s, like the 90s R&B. Like it's such a wonderful. It's a masterclass. On how to execute a joint album. And like I can't think of anything else like in recent memory of a joint album that has had such an impact several years later. I think I can't think of in recent memory.
And it's here's two artists, both by themselves are superstars. Anderson .Paak in his own right is a beast in every regard. Is an amazing singer, but also plays drums. He's a multi-talented instrumentalist, like ridiculous talent.
Yeah.
And then you put him with another superstar who can also play the drums, who can also sing, is multi-talented instrumentalist. And they also work well together. Like they complement each other, which that also doesn't happen. So the fact that they got along so well and that their chemistry worked really well and that they were able to share the stage with each other and not step on each other's toes, it was just a recipe for success. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree with you. Everything you said was like the fact that these superstars was like, we both love music. And if anything, this specific theme and era of music, let's make a love letter together and like really bring everything we both have in our arsenal to the studio. That was an amazing album.
Yeah, it's still one of my favorite. I still listen to it pretty much, every week when I can.
Yeah.
And they're such good performers. Like even live, if you watch them live, it's phenomenal. Like they know how to put on a show. It's not just like they can sing. It's like it's an entire experience.
Right.
So hopefully they'll make another album. I would love that. I don't know if they are.
Silk Sonic 2.
Right? One can dream. But yeah, so then let's get into his recent things that he's been doing. Because he's been doing quite a lot. So I guess the earliest thing he's done is release Die With a Smile with Lady Gaga in 2024, which again, phenomenal song.
Yep.
And
I got goosebumps just thinking about it right now.
knew how to pick talent. Lady Gaga, again, phenomenal artist, amazing singer. And they wrote this beautiful song. Pretty sure it was for a film. Like I should know this. I should look this
actually,
up.
now think about it. It sounds like it's great for a film.
Movie.
Oh, come on. Drum roll.
Here we go. What was it for? Oh, it was for... Nope, it wasn't. Okay.
Uh-oh.
No, it wasn't written for a movie.
A film? Oh,
no.
Sweet. I was about to say, it does give cinematic vibes.
It was considered for the new Joker movie, but they decided to go another way.
I think that's a good idea. I'll stop there.
But regardless.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. No, regardless, it's a phenomenal song. So if you haven't heard it, which I'm sure you have, go listen to it again. Just go ahead and do that. And then Apatu, I'm always going to say it wrong. I probably said it wrong.
What's that?
With Rose in 2024. Top the charts. With that song all the time.
That's a K-pop one, correct? Or
yeah,
sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. I know which one you're talking about. Yeah.
But that's a fun song. Just a really fun song.
Yeah.
And really catchy.
It's good. And I like that he is really, well, first, like I said, I always like the idea that K-pop artists are starting to become more mainstream, or at least getting, universal attention. But I like that Bruno Mars is just a very good collaborator. And I'm honestly like, we could have a separate conversation for this later, is like singers that are like absolutely great additions to a track that actually like they have a great experience for everyone with their vocal range, with their tone, with their like emotions. And I love that. And I think we can talk about that another day, is like artists that went on other songs and had a great time, because I feel like Bruno Mars, every time he's on the chorus for a track, he, to me, becomes one of my favorite parts of the track, if not the favorite part.
Oh, yeah. Like, I will definitely, if there's a track with him on it, I will listen to that track.
To it.
Even if I don't know who the artist is that wrote that track, but if he's featured, I'm going to listen to it.
Agreed.
So, that's what he's been doing single-wise, some of the singles he's come out with. He's also, which this I didn't know, I guess I don't know why I'd know this, or I should have known this, but he has a residency, or I think it just probably ended, at the Park MGM in Las Vegas. So he was playing regularly there. And then he is actually going on a tour coming up, which is for his new music, The Romantic, which was just released. And came out with the lead single, I Just Might, which debuted at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. So like right off the bat, it was just Number one.
Right. Right off the bat.
Just like, you know what? You're just number one immediately. It's fine.
Yeah, you win. Right. New song, you win. You just win.
You got it. You just got it.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that. Let's talk about the album.
Yeah, sure. I want to hear.
I have some thoughts.
Ooh,
I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts.
All right. So initially, when the album dropped, and you reminded me, I was waiting for it, and then I listened to it throughout the day on Friday, and I listened to it throughout the day on Saturday. I woke up early. I started just doing all kinds of errands. So I really let the song, like the songs, marinate. Initially, I was really amazed. And then towards the end, and then I re-listened to it today, I like it, but I have concerns. And I think, let me start with the pros. You have, the themes is great. It's stellar production. I like the mixing levels on certain things. I'll pinpoint on that later. The vibes were very nostalgic, 70s, like soul, funk, R&B, a little bit of Latin, like percussions with the bongos. It was really good. I liked that element. I think on the song Something Serious, that was the bongos. It reminded me of like Santana, which I'll get back to in a minute because I do have a problem with that. So those are my pros. Okay. Cons.
All right.
I think the album should have been a little longer. 9 songs. I don't know. Maybe I'm asking for too much. I think 3 more would have been okay. If you wanted to, like just 3 more or 4, if you have one. I think it's longer track list. It should have. I think I was expecting. How do I put this? Yes, I love the love letter to the nostalgic vibes of the 70s, but I genuinely wanted more creativity. I wanted more originality. Like a lot of these songs felt like covers. They felt like imitations. Not to say it's a bad thing. They were great. They were great vibes. I danced. My head, I was not into this. It was very good. However, I wanted more. I wanted something different. I wanted something new. Like a new album, a solo album. Yes, Silk Sonic, he was a joint album, but this is your first solo album in almost 10 years, if I'm getting that right.
Yeah.
So I guess I wanted more of I wanted something new. Just I Might Did was a great single, but I wanted like experimental. Maybe that's where I'm lying at. So, and that I think that's just where I'm standing on this. So I'm ranking it a 7 out of 10.
Okay, that's fair.
It was originally at an 8.5, and then I re-listened to it another extra day, and then I realized I was like, no, it's good. It's good. I like it. It's stable. It's solid, but I feel like it could have been better with much more creativity and originality.
Okay. Yeah, and I think I agree with some of the things you said there. I will say I've listened to the album, I think 3 times now, like all the way through. I haven't given it, 100%. Well, not 100%. I just haven't given it, I guess, the time. But on my initial review here, I think that there are some killer tracks. Like I would say Risk It All. I like Cha Cha Cha. I do enjoy I Just Might. But Just Might is not my favorite, but it's good.
It's okay single. I think Cha 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 or God Was Showing Off could have been singles.
Yep.
I think those would have been singles.
And I also like Dance With Me at the end. I think it's a nice little send-off. I do agree. I think this album could have been longer because I think 12, like the standard amount, I think would have been good. But also the songs themselves are actually short.
Oh,
like
that
if
is
you
true.
look, they're all around like averaging probably like 3 minutes and 15 seconds. There's like 1 or 2 that are just under 4 or a little bit over 4, but everything else is right around that. Yeah, and I think he did this. I think he did this for a reason because I think he is thinking, because he's huge. I think he's trying to think, mass listening experience, which would put him into like the radio world where, radio doesn't play anything over really 4 minutes.
That's true.
So I don't know if that's why, to make it short so it appeals to larger masses.
That's a good point.
But I agree. I think I kind of wish for more just content to listen to, because it's like I can listen to this album pretty much almost on my way to work, like almost all the way through. And not that that's a bad thing. Like, that's nice, but like, I don't know. I want more time with it.
Yeah.
And then to the point, I think, too, some of the songs do feel like covers. I think that's a good way to put it. And I did hear, it's funny you said Santana, because I think it is the same song. I was like, oh, this is very Santana, like Carlos Santana.
Yeah, I was wanted to ask, I was trying to look up the sample because it sounded so familiar. And I thought the weirdest thing was, remember that song, Low Rider? It sounds like that to me. I hear that in that song, and I couldn't put my finger on it. So I definitely understand what, like, the nostalgic vibes, the themes. It definitely, I loved it. It's just, I was hoping for something unique and different. And maybe that's on me, but I would like, yes, I loved Silk Sonic. Yes, I love that you're very like funk, 70s, soul, R&B. That is your bag, and you can glide over that. But I wanted to hear something like different. Just challenge, just not say challenge yourself, but don't be afraid to experiment. And that's, I think, where I stand on this.
I think it's too, like, the album that his last solo album, which was 24 Karat, like that was very different for him, because the one before that was very early on. So that shift was huge. And I think it is going to be more challenging for him, because it's like he found his sound. So now how are you going to make that either more refined or more unique to you? Because again, people are now thinking about you in a certain way, meaning, okay, you sound a lot like Silk Sonic, or you sound a lot like your previous album. But how are you going to kind of make yourself more unique from those albums? And, there are some tracks on here that I think kind of move the needle a little bit. But I agree. I don't think that there was enough on here to really say, like, I wouldn't put this album at the same level as 24 Karat. I don't think it is.
I would have to agree. Unfortunately, as much as I like, yes, you're tugging on my heartstrings with the 70s, and everything, but I would have to agree with you on that one.
Like, it's good. It's a good album. I like it. I will definitely listen to it. I will keep listening to it, and it'll be in my rotation for, a while. But it's not enough for me to be like, my mind's not blown from this album. You know what I mean? Which is okay. Like, I wasn't really expecting anything, to be honest. I was just kind of like, I'm just happy you're making new music, so let me hear it. Yeah,
that's true, and I agree. Some of this stuff I'm gonna still dance to. God was showing off, cha cha cha. I'm gonna dance to something serious. I'm gonna dance to that. It's gonna be in a rotation for like running errands or morning commute, things like that. It may be occasionally in the playlist when you have like guests over, you're at the beach and you have your loudspeaker and you want to play. That's fine, but I feel like it's a lane that is designed for, I guess, hitting the repeat button. And I think that's what he was going for. But I guess you and I are expecting originality, but you're right. We're just grateful that he's creating something. Yeah.
So listen, if you haven't heard it all the way through, go do it.
Yes.
You will enjoy it.
Yes.
And want to hear your thoughts too. So please email us at musicmusingspodcast@gmail.com when you can. Would love to get some of our fans' thoughts about his album.
And let us, I also want to add, please also let us know, what is your favorite song? I'm curious. We can have a little poll and see which one wins.
Yeah. Yeah, I am curious because there's some good tracks on there, but there's some I might judge you on.
At least you're honest.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
And then I'll judge you silently. So, he's done a lot. I think for awards, he's certainly done a lot. And something interesting was, as of this year, he's won 16 Grammy Awards, which he's also won 8 Guinness World Records, which I didn't look up what they were. So I probably definitely should have done that.
That's interesting.
Actually, you know what?
Yeah,
Please bear with us.
Yeah, we're just interested and curious. I'm looking for what he might have done. That. Whoa.
Let's see. Okay.
Well, I'm reading this one right.
Oh, here we go. All right. So highest. Okay, here we go. Highest certified song in RIA history. Just the Way You Are was certified for 21 million units sold. So 21 million albums, which is crazy. The most monthly listeners on Spotify. He was the first artist to exceed 150 million monthly listeners.
Jeez.
Yep. So he's the first male artist with 3 10 million selling singles. So Grenade, Uptown Funk, and Just the Way You Are, which is wild. Oh, wow. And this is recent. The largest single day ticket sales. He had 2.1 million tickets sold in a single day for the Romantic Tour, which is it's his most recent tour.
Wow. Really? This is the album that broke Guinness World Records for Live Nation, you said?
Yeah. This is through Ticketmaster.
Ticketmaster. That's fantastic. And yet again, I'm kind of scared. Like, I don't know. Like, I hope I think he's going to obviously play the I Just Might, but it's 9 songs.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, is that enough to? I'm not trying to be disrespectful or negative, but is that enough to really tour on?
Seems like it.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult those who purchased the tickets. I was just like, I don't know. I don't know. 30. It's 31 minutes. The whole song. I mean, the whole album.
I'm sure.
Okay.
I'm sure he's gonna extend some things. He's gonna add in like long interludes, and he's a performer. Like he knows what to do. He's gonna fill in those gaps. I'm sure.
Okay, yeah. That's fair. I think. Here's an interesting question. Do you think Anderson .Paak might make a guest appearance?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what?
I feel like he'll be there.
Okay, then everyone, you never mind. I take that back 100%.
Right.
Fair enough. Another Silk Sonic. Let's go for it.
Yeah, please. Just make another album. Just do it.
Yes, please. That'd be fantastic if that happens. Oh my goodness. But that's amazing that he's doing that and that he's still breaking records. He's still highly, on top of his game. I'm just one last thing before we go up to the Romantic. If you had to give it a 1 out of 10, how would you feel? How would you rate it?
Oh, the album?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd go with like a 7.
Okay.
I'd be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right. Just curious.
Which is not bad. That's a pretty good score.
It's a solid score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's also the second artist in history to win Record of the Year 3 times.
Dang.
I think the other one was that Billie Eilish?
Yeah. I believe
right?
2021 or 2020? I think so. Yeah. Yeah, I believe so. If I remember correctly.
If we are wrong, please correct us. Send us musicmusicpodcast@gmail.com. We're probably wrong.
Please.
Let us
know. Yeah, let us know. I want to know.
But yeah, I mean, it's here's my final thoughts about Bruno. Here's a guy who he's truly a once in a generation artist. He understands his sound. He knows how to captivate an audience. He's a fantastic performer live. You know, he's got all the things. He knows how to write a song. He can sing that song. He can perform that song. He plays multiple instruments. You know, he's up there with like Prince, you know, Michael Jackson. Yeah, he's right there. I would put him, he's very much up there with them.
Okay.
And, you know, he's still young in his career, so I'm sure we're still going to see a lot come out. But it's, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what he does as he continues. So,
yeah,
that's what I think. What are your thoughts on him?
I think, yes, he is a once in a generation talent, a phenomenal performer. I think he has a very good collaborator type experience with different artists over the years, especially obviously with singles and then obviously the collab album with Anderson .Paak. But I think he is, you're right, he's still in his prime. I'm curious to see what else he can do. But I don't know, maybe I'm nervous to hold him to a regard where he's I'm curious, but I'm not sure if I hold the same, like, I don't think he's up there. I think he's very close. I think he needs one more album, at least for me, that is a unique experience for the listener, and it shows much more of his, I guess, creativity. I think that's where I'll stand. But I think one more album from me, and then I would definitely co-sign that.
Yeah, like he definitely needs to refine his sound a little bit. And like I think we were talking about, just make it more unique to him.
Yeah.
But I think once he does that, it's game over. Wrap up. Just wrap it up.
I'd have to agree with that. I agree with you.
So, but he's still relatively young. I think he's 40. I think he just turned 40. I mean, let's see.
Yeah. So he can, yeah.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's 40. He just turned 40 not too long ago. So he's 40. Still young, though. Still young.
No. Yeah. He still has time. I think I want to see. I love the collaborator energy he brings. He's just does a great job. I just want to see more, and I'm eager to see more. I think he has definitely the right tool set to be a legend. And he's close. He's definitely close. And what, two decades worth of artistry and performance and music career, I think he's close. I think he's very close.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, I think he's unique enough in this generation of streaming and, you know, getting what we desire instantly. He knows how to write songs for his audience and does it really well. So, yeah, I'm very interested to see what he can do as we go on. And I'm sure his next album is going to be one that's going to put him in the Hall of Fame or something.
I agree. I think you're right. He's on track to be a legend. I hold him in high regards, knowing I associate quality with him. It never disappoints, as far as I'm concerned, in terms of like his ability to deliver a quality performance, or just the ability to, you know, to take a theme and genuinely like bring so much emotion into it, which I love that. And I think most of us do. But I'm eager to see what he does next with his career.
Yeah. Well, I think with that, we'll end here for our first artist spotlight. Really excited for this.
All right.
Any final thoughts?
I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to do a little bit more of a dive back into his older work and just kind of like reacquaint myself with certain classics. And I think he's a phenomenal guy. I think he's phenomenal talent. I definitely think he's a prodigy. I think he was born to be a musician. I think he was born to be a performer. I think he does a great job of showing like emotions and passion, and I love that in an artist. So I think I like him. I think he's going to be the next legend. So I think that's where I stand on that. What about you?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think I'm excited to see what he does next and look forward to keep hearing his new music that he churns out. So we'll see.
Yeah, agreed.
But with that, thank you for listening to us today. Please share your favorite tracks of Bruno that you like. Send it to musicmusingspodcast@gmail.com along with any other comments, ideas that you want to share with us. And hopefully, or you might get a shout out on our next album. Next show.
The next album. All right. Yeah, me and Derek are going to do Silk Sonic too. There we go.
There we go. All right. All right. Well, thank you for listening, everyone. And stay tuned for our next episode.
All right. Take care, everyone.
Thank you for listening to today's podcast. If you have an idea for an intro or an outro that we could play on our show, please send to musicmusingspodcast@gmail.com.
If you have any questions, comments, or ideas, please email us at musicmusingspodcast@gmail.com.